Hey, it's Quadex here, and I am here with the next part of What If Naruto was in Uzumaki Uchiha Senju. Um, I think this is part 17. I'm not sure. I, anyways, I had to drink some water. Um, I have just done Isekai Naruto part 2. I mean Isekai into Naruto. Part 2 is he's reincarnated finally, and he interacts with his parents, and we left off where he goes to the academy and is interacting with the characters we all know and love from the Naruto series. Especially I'm very excited to see how he interacts with Naruto. That would be very cool to see, since he already watched the show, so he knows a lot. Anyways, get this to 50 likes, and the Isekai into Naruto, the part 2, to 50 likes. If you haven't watched the series, please go watch part 1. It's a great series. I freaking love it. I would freaking love to continue it. Get this and the other and Isekai into Naruto for 50 likes, and I'll upload both parts. And then comment Q or any other comments you may have. Let's get into the story. Hokage's office. I'm concerned and alarmed by Naruto's thinking, Shikaku said to the Hokage a few minutes later. These should not be the thoughts of any 10-year-old child. It's not good for Naruto to have these kinds of thoughts. Hokage was troubled at his words. This is indeed troubling, Shikaku. Yeah, he is feeling too much pressure because of so many expectations, Shikaku said. Keep an eye on him, Shikaku, and don't let him do anything unnecessary. Hiruzen said. I'm worried that Danzo might make a move on him. He always kept a close eye on his progress. I have already informed Naruto about him and told him to be careful. But on the other hand, it's also good that Naruto opened up with his teammates. After the death of Shisui and Itachi going rogue, he has started to act cold and has been closing himself off from people around him. It is good to see that he is overcoming that. Also, his teammates are very understanding, Shikaku said. They tease him, but underneath it all, they always support him. I think they are good for him. Yes, indeed. I am certain now that my decision to put him on a team with those two was the right one, Hiruzen commented with a satisfied smile on his face. Well, that's all I wanted to discuss with you, Shikaku said with a bow. I will be taking my leave now. Hiruzen nodded. Please look after him, Shikaku. Don't worry, I will, Shikaku responded before exiting the office and leaving the elderly Hokage alone. Chapter 8. It's been 2 months since Naruto graduated from the academy and started doing missions as a genin. His relationship with his teammates has also grown deeper over the time. Of course, Hana and Yujeyo hadn't stopped making fun of him whenever they got the chance, but Naruto still felt that his team was perfect for him. They always managed to execute their missions without any fuss, and he was glad because he had no intention of failing. Although he was a little irritated that his team hadn't been sent out on any particular difficult mission yet. In fact, thinking back on his team as a genin so far, the only difficult mission he could think of was when his team had been assigned to guard a businessman and they ended up facing a group of low-ranked missing ninjas from the Mist Village. Naruto knew that if he was going to become strong and rise up in the ranks as soon as possible, he would need more challenging missions. Because of that, he spent all his free time pouring his heart into polishing his skills under the supervision of his Jonin sensei. At the present moment, he was walking with his teammates and sensei back towards their village. They were coming from yet another successfully completed mission. At least the mission had been important, if not difficult. They had been assigned to guard the daimyo of the Land of Fire back towards the capital. The village of Konohagakure was within the territory of the Land of Fire, and the ruler of the Land of Fire was the daimyo, but although the village was located in the land of fire, it functioned semi-autonomously with an independent government structure that had the Hokage at the top. On paper, the daimyo of the Land of Fire was ranked above the Hokage, but currently the land's military power rested with the ninja of the Konoha. So the relationship between the two was more like an alliance of equal rather than master and servant. The Land of Fire daimyo visited Konogakure annually. This regular event was important for both sides and had been faithfully held even during the Great War. This mission was a waste of time, Hana was muttering. I was expecting some kind of action in this. Shikaku sighed. The lands have all relaxed now that this is not the wartime, so travel between nations is much safer than before, which is why the village can assign this sort of mission to a Genin-centered team. It was still boring. We still wasted our time, she replied with a pout. Guarding the daimyo was a very important job for us, Shikaku said. This time Uchiha looked at their sensei with a deadpan stare. How was that mission important to us, sensei? There was still an ambuscade keeping their eye on things from the shadows, and the daimyo even had his own 12 guardian ninjas to protect them. We were just a formality in the mission, nothing more, Naruto stated. Well, if you guys want to put it like that, then yes, Shikaku said with a shrug of his shoulders. The roads are quite safe since the end of the Great War. So a team that has distinguished themselves as the most promising Genin team is assigned to guard the daimyo each year. So you guys see, you should all feel proud that the village higher ups acknowledge our team as the best. Well, if you put it like that, then I don't see anything wrong with it, Naruto responded. Shikaku rolled his eyes. It might be best if we pick up our pace. Otherwise, we won't be able to reach the village before nightfall. The three Genin nodded at him and proceeded towards the Leaf village at a fast pace. Some hours later, Team 12 arrived back at Konoha village. It was still early evening, and after they reported at the main gate of their arrival, they went straight towards the Hokage office to file their mission report back. Oh man, I just recorded like a 20-something minute video, so my throat's like rough. Okay. What a tiring day it was, Uchiha muttered as they walked towards their usual barbecue shop to get something to eat. Their sensei was following behind them with his hands in his pockets. Just then, someone blocked their path by standing in front of Naruto, and Shikaku was immediately on guard. It was a man Naruto had seen with the Hokage many times, but something about him gave off an ominous feeling of darkness that put Naruto on guard too. So you're the Naruto Uzumaki that I have heard so much about, the man asked, looking down on him. The right side of his face was covered by bandages. He was clad in black, but his arms from his shoulders were exposed, revealing the white robe he wore underneath. His left eye alone glared down at Naruto. Unflinchingly, Naruto met the man's sinister gaze. Behind him, his sensei's eyes were narrowed, and his other two teammates were bristling with tension. You are a bearer of bad luck, boy, the man stated without any emotion. Bad luck? Naruto asked, his face equally unreadable. Your birth led to the village destruction and even led us to your parents' deaths. The man then pointed towards Naruto's stomach. Chaos will follow you throughout your life. That is your destiny and you cannot change it. Chaos will follow you through your life. Who exactly was this man? Naruto thought. What do you want, Danzo? Shikaku said, glaring at him. I just wanted to meet young Naruto here since I've heard so much about him, as Danzo spoke. His eyes didn't even leave Naruto. They say you're the most talented and gifted shinobi, one who only comes once a generation. I have a question for you, Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto looked at him silently and waited for the man to continue. 10 of our brethren have been shipwrecked, Danzo said. One of them has caught a nasty infectious disease. If he is allowed to if he is allowed to live, the other 9 will also get sick and die. If you were the captain of the ship, what judgment would you hand down? Without hesitation, Naruto offered a response. No matter what happened, the one who is sick is destined to die. If I were the captain, I would think that my first priority would be to save the lives of the other 9. I would choose to kill the one and save the 9. A bold smile crossed Danzo's face. A very ambitious response. He moved towards Naruto and whispered as he passed. I look forward to the day we meet again, Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto felt the malicious echo of the man's voice sully his heart with darkness. Naruto, Shikaku said, bringing Naruto out of his thoughts. I don't like that man, Uchiha muttered, looking at Naruto in concern. His chakra made me feel sick. Who was he, sensei? Hana asked. I had seen the man in the Hokage office and he gives me the shivers. Danzo Shimura, Shikaku said, his voice dark as he looked at the man's departing back. He's a close 8 of the 3rd. Danzo's words lingered in the air and Naruto felt a sharp pain in his chest. Placing a hand where it ached, Naruto stared at the man's back as he walked away until the pain disappeared. He turned to his sensei. Sensei, what does he mean by chaos will follow throughout my life? Shikaku looked at Naruto and put her hand on his shoulder. Don't pay too much attention to what he said, Naruto. Just keep your distance from that man. Hokage-sama had already warned you about him, I think. Naruto nodded, but long after. Still couldn't get Danzo's words out of his mind. This must be Danzo that Itachi had once mentioned. Naruto suddenly became sure that this man had something to do with the Uchiha clan massacre. He continued his walk with his teammates towards the restaurant, but his mind couldn't shake the meeting. He had to find out more about that man. Okay guys, I'm gonna end it there. I know this was really short. I hope you guys enjoyed. Get this video and the Ise guide into Naruto video to 50 likes, both of them, and the next part of this and the other one will come out. If the other one doesn't get to 50 likes, the next part of this won't come out, so it's like it's a bundle. Yeah, I'll see you in the next part. By the way, the link for that video will be in the description below, and I'll see you in the next part. Bye.